Hey, I'm Ashley, and I've been a barber for the past 8 years. This is a video of me using the Apple Vision Pro to record my haircut tutorial. Now, if you don't know what the Apple Vision Pro is, this is me using it to go to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe. So this is their version of a virtual reality. And as you can see, you can pull up a video in your own bedroom to learn and watch videos and movies and so much more. But today I'd like to use it to talk to you about how we can improve the barbering industry. So I am using this number 3 on the sides and going in with my clipper over comb and kind of creating my guideline around the ears. This is going to be a number 3 taper fade with a shear cut on top, and as you can see, the detail is just really incredible. And while I was wearing this, it felt pretty much like I was looking at my client's hair, but there's so many cameras, it's just a little bit harder to see that really close detail while cutting, but in this video it just captured it really perfect. In my opinion, Apple Vision Pros really emphasized how we can use this to interact with our own reality and we're not separate from others. So using this with my client was really interesting. He was a little nervous. I've never cut his hair before. So this was kind of new for both of us in all kinds of ways. Tapering the back of the neck was the easiest thing with this headset on. I really didn't feel like there was much of a difference between my own eyes and using this Apple Vision Pro. The only time I noticed any kind of difference really was whenever I was using my trimmers. Now, I did find that my peripheral vision was a little off-putting, which is kind of, granted that I have something on my face. So whenever I was looking for my spray bottle, which we can see right now is over there in that corner, I couldn't really find it as easily as I would have without the Apple Vision Pro on my face, which we more want to use this for, capturing a haircut tutorial. Not really using it for everyday use with our clients, but imagine being able to pull up a haircut tutorial that is something that your client wanted, but you weren't sure of how to do that. So you pull up this haircut tutorial while you're cutting their hair with the Apple Vision Pro on, so you can do this seamlessly without them even really knowing that you're using it as a guide on how to cut their hair. Or we could use this in our barbering schools or even our cosmetology schools where there's not a lot of education on how to cut men's hair, and take this video of a real 3D detailed haircutting experience and let them wear this while cutting a mannequin or a live person and have the same experience of really learning hands-on and being able to walk in and zoom and just look around and see exactly how your hands are on a comb and your scissors are moving and how you're holding that angle. This is in such detail. I mean, you can look at me and see how we would normally film a haircut tutorial, and then look at my hands-on 3D virtual reality men's haircut tutorial. I mean, I'm seeing things better on this video than I could see it through the Apple Vision Pro itself. Now, I'm not saying that anything lagged or anything was off, but I definitely could tell that, there was a little bit more graininess, especially when I was using those trimmers around the ears and the hairline. So going in, you can see I can snip everything. I didn't cut my finger even once, which happens, on a usual haircut sometimes. But just going in and cutting this hair on the crown of the head, I'm making sure everything's to length from the same length I use that number 3 guide, and then looking at those bangs, kind of fluffing them up, double checking myself in the mirror. And it wasn't a precise look back when I was double checking in the mirror. I mean, it was fuzzy. I am looking through multiple lenses at one time, but you can see in here the quality is incredible. Now, this is real time, both camera angles, and I mean, you give me a comment on what you think is the best camera detail. As a barber who's been making YouTube videos on how to cut men's hair for the last year, and I've made over 30 YouTube videos, I've never had something that captures exactly what I am doing in real perfect timing without needing someone to stand over my shoulder. I am a little bit shorter of a barber, so it's really hard. I have actually a chest gimbal in my drawer that I cannot use because it just does not give me the same quality as something on my head would give me to give you guys the most detailed experience of this haircut tutorial, which is my goal for educational purposes. I really don't feel like any of my haircut movements were delayed. Nothing was hard for me to see. I could see everything precisely. I really didn't miss any hairs when I was cutting. Everything flowed as usual. I did this haircut in 17 minutes, just like I would normally do any men's haircut. Going in, you can see I am using my shear over comb, and I am just matching up everything that I've previously cut with that number 3 and taking out my corners. So everything's flowing really nice. You can see I'm going in and I'm cutting the bangs on my client's hair, and I can look back in the mirror and double check my haircut, the length of my bangs, make sure that everything is even, which I didn't cut this side yet, so it is not even, but I definitely think that virtual reality can bring a lot of advancement into the barbering industry as far as education and as far as improvement for our new stylists to learn hands-on video training. I mean, I don't know how much more hands-on you can get besides being able to pull up a video right next to you that is in high definition and high quality, filmed in virtual reality, while also being able to see your client right next to you. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this was the first time that I cut my client's hair. We did a consultation before continuing on with this haircutting video. He normally likes to leave his hair a little bit longer in the front with a medium dry paste, and he normally lets it air dry. So I definitely wanted to make sure that the taper was nice and low below the occipital bone, and that we weren't going too high with that number 3 guard. In the end of this video, you can definitely see the improvement of the shape of his head and how I kind of tapered out his sideburns so that they don't grow back so fast. And same thing for the back of the neck. This is going to leave a longer lasting haircut for him in the end. So from this consultation, I decided to use a number 3 on the sides, like I said, and do a lot of shear work on top, making sure to leave the back of his cowlick a little bit heavier so that it didn't pop up after it dried, and making sure that his bangs were longer so that the curls weren't so short whenever he pushed it over to the side with some dry paste. I can definitely see myself using this to video more haircut tutorials because this just captures everything in the most crisp, hands-on detail possible. I would really love to give multiple classes in this virtual reality for others that need help in men's haircutting and really would love to make a career out of it. I think offering live courses in a virtual reality just would be really unbeatable. So tell me what you think about using virtual reality for barbering or in the haircutting industry in general. I would really love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and tell me if you want to see how we can get this 3D video in your hands so that you can experience what I'm experiencing when I watch it back in my virtual reality. Thank you guys so much. Please don't forget to check out the details below and like and subscribe. Share this with your friends who don't even know what Apple Vision Pro came out with recently. It's an amazing technology that I think we can use to further advancements in our future careers. Thanks so much.